Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Interesting review to do today. For a long time I've been thinking somebody should come up with a better way of delivering power to a dash cam, Fascinating. So traditional way is you mount your dash camera up here somewhere and then you run a cable all the way round down into either the fuse box, or you have to then piggyback down and plug it into this 12-volt socket. And it drives me mad, the fact that you've got power up here already because you've got an auto dimming rear view mirror, or you've got some sort of radar sensor or something up there. Why on earth can't you piggyback off this? Thanks to the people who are asking us to do the review today, and that would be Mangoal. These cameras do exactly that. They piggyback off the power that is already in place in the car for the mirror or for your rain sensor or whatever you've got up there. And then you can also run that camera connection straight to the back of the car to have a rear view camera. No messing, no wires, no having to piggyback off fuses or anything like that. Just a really simple install. So let's get this unboxed, have a look at it, and I'll show you how easy it is to install. Okay, so let's have a look what comes in the box. So we've obviously got the installation instructions, basically telling you how to remove the basic bits of trim. Nice, clear, big instructions. Some cable ties there. We've got the main camera unit. That's our main camera unit there. Nice little protector there over the lens for in shipping. Trim removal tool and an electrical cable there. And then we've got, in this case, because they've sent me the front and rear view camera, we've got the rear view camera as well, which we can install. Okay, so I'm going to follow the instructions because it's really straightforward. So we've got our little trim removal tool here, which I do think is funny that they call it a spudger. But it says to basically, first of all, remove trim pieces up here. There, like that. That's that one out of the way. Get my spudger in there. There we go. So then we have, according to instructions, we've got two wires, which is this one and this one. We want to be disconnecting the rain sensor plug and connect it to the Y cable provided. So this is the Y cable provided. Oh, I wonder if I can take the... There you go. Oh, that's easier. There you go. So there's a tip for you. If you want a bit more space, just twist the rear view mirror off. And then you can see clearly the cable that we need access to is that one. Is it just a... Oh, you just pull it. There you go. I was trying to be too gentle. So we just pull it. And then you've got your inline connector. And that basically goes into there. You can only put it in one way. And then you've got this connector that replaces it. And again, I believe you can only put that in one way. There we go, clipped. And now you've got your power to supply the camera. Rear view mirror back on. So put in there and then twist. This guide here is what the camera slides up onto. So get this routed up here. Make sure these cables are to one side by the looks of it. They are taped into place, so you can't really get it wrong. Just push that up there. And it clicks in. There we go. I've removed the little bit of film that was on the end of the camera there. Right, next instructions are to take the excess cable and tuck that behind the headlining. I think I'm going to be a bit more tactical. I'm going to remove this trim from the center of the roof just so I can see where the cable goes. That's that one out. We've had this out a number of times, obviously, to replace the airbags in this car. If you've not seen the series on the Audi A3, go check it out in our channel list. So those two clip together. So again, only goes in one way. You have an optional cable on here, I noticed, if you want to add GPS. You can buy an option for that and add GPS to the camera system. Let's get this tucked up here. That's pulled through as well. And then we're just going to tuck this one here the rear camera just inside, like that. Now, before I pull all of the cables through, obviously we have to replace that bit of trim that was here over there. So this means all the cables are hidden. And now we have, I'll just reposition you. We now have our wire here ready for the rear view camera. That's all installed. And while we're here, not only do you get the camera in the kit, you get a 128 gig micro SD card as well, where a lot of camera companies, when you buy the cameras, you have to buy the SD card separately, which I always think is a bit of a con. There you go, so that sits there nicely. You've got your control buttons underneath here, and that looks like a proper OEM dash cam installed. So what we'll do now is we'll move on to the rear, and we'll run our rear view camera through to the front of the car. Right, so at the rear, we've obviously got our large bunch of cable here. What we want is the camera to sit kind of here. Now, I have seen some people put the camera in and then kind of run the cable in between the seal there, which is not the right way to do it. You should use one of these kind of channels here for the cabling. Now, checking them out, sometimes these are thinner on one side than they are the other. I would say, let's have a look at this one. Yeah, that's got a very thin amount of cabling in it. So what I'm going to say we do here is I'm going to remove, get you in focus. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this bit of trim here, which will allow me to see behind it. And then I'm going to run the cable through here, down here, and into the headlining. And then we can just take that through the headlining all the way to the front and into our connection up there. Okay, so we've got our cable here now through, and then basically all I had to do was pull the trim off here to get to the axis of the bottom of this rubber pipe here, run the cable through, along, and then just grabbed it and pulled it out of there. So that was fairly straightforward. And now we've got the rest of the bulk of the cable. What I would probably suggest doing before you do any install of any rear camera, plug that in just to the front, and then get the app fired up and just test that you can see the camera. And also that helps out when you fit the camera, you know you fitted it the right way up. Okay, so let's add new camera. Please install the camera shown above and then connect the camera to power supply and make sure it's powered on. Powered on? It's powered on. Next, select camera Wi-Fi and connect. Default password is 12345678. Okay, cool. Now the windscreen is filthy. I will give it a wipe and show you the quality of the camera, but it's got like a ton of Saharan dust on it at the moment from the building site behind us. But yeah, that's quite good. So what can we do here? Can we take a photo? Excellent, that saves there. I can pause it. That's pretty good quality. It's reading the number plate of the EOS really well, considering how much dust is actually on that windscreen at the moment. So let's go back to the other way and then switch to rear. Right, okay. So now that's going to tell me that the camera is currently upside down. So when I fit it, it needs to be the other way around to where it is now. And in fact, I'll go and show you. Let's go cut to outside and I'll show you that. Right, so currently, with that feed, the camera is upside down. So it would need to be mounted like that in the back. For reference, that's the way that the camera needs to be. So that needs to be mounted there like that. Try and get it dead center, and then you can rotate the camera around to whatever position it needs to be in. It comes with a 3M pad on it already, so I'm just going to eyeball it and say that's centered. Probably should have cleaned the glass before I put that on, but I can see it on the actual phone, so that seems to be quite good. So what I'll do now, I'll tidy up all this cable. So we'll tidy up this cable, we're going to tuck all that into there, and then all I'm going to do is run the main cable through the side of the headlining up to the front. as you can see, it was quite straightforward. What I did is I just used the giant cable tie that came with Katie's car from Copart, and then attached it to the end of the cable, just with one of these little wires that comes to bunch all the cable together. Fed that from the boot of the car through to the rear light, and then there's actually a channel between the rear light and the front light, so we're able to get that all the way through. And now I just literally have to plug it in and tuck the cabling out of the way. So we've got some cable ties that came with the kit, so I'll just cable this up, put it into the roof lining, and then that's the install done, and we can have a brew. So it's been a couple of days since I did the install. I just want to say a massive thank you to Mangoal for sending out that camera for me to install. It's been absolutely brilliant. I've played around with a couple of the settings. The actual view mode that I showed you when I was looking at it on my phone is actually a downsized resolution. So what I'll do in a second, I'll put up some footage directly from the SD card so you can see the level of quality that this camera does. I've even cleaned the windscreen so you can kind of see through it now. But yeah, hope everybody's enjoyed this review video. Best thing for you, if you have liked it, then you can get this camera on a discount using my link in the description below. Without anything else to say, please remember to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.